Way munchers.
All right, we're on live. All right. Hey there, everybody. How you doing? Well, I am back doing another round 30. It's been a minute too. I think the last time, even my wife asked when I said I was going to do one today. She's like, "When's the last time you did one?" I was like, "I think it was like last October or something like that." But, anyways, this is around 30 minutes. This is what I used to do a while back, and I would get to, I would get people on and get to know them a little better. Get the community in together and just get to know people and all that kind of stuff. So today I have a special guest as always. I've known this man for I think we had a friend anniversary on Facebook like 6 years.
6 years. Wee.
Wow, it's been a long time. So me and this is my boy Oscar, in Oscarnjboy. Everybody knows him by now.
Yeah.
We started a little podcast called Showercast. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's a little something here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But we started this a long time ago, so we've been friends ever since. And we just never really had. I tried to get him on, and we just never had the time to do it and everything. So finally, I have the man, the myth, the legend, the voice behind Shattercast Uncut. I have Oscar. Man, how are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing good, man. It's a god awful Saturday here in Florida. It starts off with like heavy rain. And then I just hopped out the shower and I took the dog out before we started all this. And I was like, oh, look, the sun's out. Well, F you too. So, it's Florida. It's whatever.
I think it rains. I know it rains a lot, but it doesn't. It's still sunny out there. Like I remember when I was down in Florida, it would rain, but then it would be done in a couple minutes, and then it'd be muggy as hell. Just like it's southern weather.
Yeah. The funniest thing I've ever seen is like a meme that says Florida at 3:30, then it says Florida at 3:33, and it shows like heavy downpour rain. And then Florida at 3:40, and it's fucking clear skies again, and nothing says it better, really.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool. All right. So, what I always ask is what I used to, and I've got a lot of new questions this time around and everything. So, what do you collect?
I collect mostly Transformers, but I like to veer into the I got some Star Wars stuff, mostly Black Series. I've been veering a lot into like model kits, and thanks to my baby brother Bobby, not Bobby Skullface, but baby brother Bob. Like Iron Factory and stuff like that. But I also do like the occasional, comic book that's worth a good read.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Very nice. Very nice. So, to go off on that question, where do you see your collection going now? Like, where do you want to? Do you collect a certain character? Do you collect a certain line? I mean, what do you want? What are you wanting out of your collection now? I mean, because you've been in the collecting game for a while, so where do you? I'm sure it's probably different from what you started off as. So, where do you see it now going down the road? Is it lagging?
No. There may be kind of a lag. My internet is absolute garbage.
Okay.
So yeah, it's again Florida, but I have I've been kind of going on and off. Like I'll stop collecting Transformers and then I'll start collecting something else because it catches my eye, like Marvel Legends or something like that, or like Storm collectibles and stuff like that. And then I'll just like sell those off because they no longer interest. It's really hard. Like if I go grocery shopping at Walmart, I'll go by the toy aisle and be like, oh, that's nice, but not gonna freaking buy it because it's just gonna be on the shelf. I'm not gonna mess with it. Like it's I'm very, very particular about how I spend the stuff that catches my eye. So years down the road, it's gonna be stuff that I'll have and that I really like, and it's gonna be like super hard to part with. So which makes it kind of a pain.
Okay. Very nice. Cool. Good answer. So, are you in? Okay. What do you like for your collection? Are you in the tune side, or are you the toy side? Like, what do you like? Do you like what MP's doing right now, or do you like the toy kind of look of it?
I kind of care more for the toy bit of it because when it comes to like what I notice a lot with like third party companies and like Takara is when they try to do things on the tune side of things, it's like, oh, you'll have this like randomly colored version of Ultra Magnus from that one episode where him and Cyclonus were in this like parallel world for a second, and it was fucking dumb, and so like they want $160 for that, but like when it comes I always throughout all my other purchases, like the Stunticons, from X-Tran bots, which is some of my favorite stuff I purchased so far this year. Those are more cartoon based, not toy based, but that I kind of dig. But I'm mostly more of a toy based type of guy, and especially with the popularity of the fiction that IDW did a few years ago, I really like the appeal that those have as well.
Okay, so you're going for more the kind of the toy version and everything.
Yeah.
For the tune. Okay, cool. I think a lot of I like both. I mean, I love what MP's doing and everything, but kind of can be kind of, I want to say, plain. Kind of, it's more, if it came straight off the, TV, it's like, it's kind of just plain and everything. Like Hound just came out, it doesn't really have it has some detail and everything, but it also has a lot of just plainness, with the.
Yep, no, I totally understand. I mean, thankfully, I've hit that stage in my life where if I look at something and I'm really not that intrigued, I just don't bother with it, and I don't tend to give people grief what they like anymore. It's
that's good.
It's their fucking money. They want to spend it on something that I think to myself is absolute garbage, and that's on them.
Yeah, that's called being a human being, I guess.
Gosh,
I know.
It took me like 35 years to get
you would think that it would be cool that everybody does that, as far as us being nerds and everything, and appreciate you may not like it, but hey, at least you'd like it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But no, you still want people want to fight about it and say you're a dumbass for collecting that way, and you're like, what's it matter? It is my collection. I don't.
That's the thing that kind of grinds my gears, is like when someone gets something new, they're like, oh my god, look what I got, what do you guys think? It's like, dude, why do you care?
Yeah.
Like, someone in that group buy it for you? Like, it's what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, be proud about what you got.
That is true. That's true. What's up, SLB, or everybody in the chat? Really appreciate y'all coming in. Thank y'all so much. You didn't miss much. I've asked a couple questions here and there. So, what kind of collector are you? And by what I mean by that is, are you kind of like a transform and play kind of type? You go and you grab something, you sit down and you watch TV or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Or you just or you just have a display, like you put it up on your shelf and you're good.
No, let's just say I get shit from the wife because like she'll go to the living room and go to put like a drink down or something, and she'll be like, why the fuck is there like 3 fucking Optimus Primes out here or whatever? I'm like, I'm just comparing, babe. This is how it rolls.
I used to now I have stuff out in here and everything, but I have a room, if you've seen my reviews and everything. When I would have stuff out on the table or something like that, my wife would look at me like, that's not supposed to be there, right? Yeah, I know. I'm just playing with it, it's fun.
My favorite is when my wife looks at me and just goes, that's not going to be permanently there, right? Yeah. I'm like, if I remember to put it away, I'll remember. Okay, don't give me shit with it.
Yeah,
you're my everything.
I would leave it out there like a day or two, and then she would look at me like, hey, it's been a couple of days. You might need to put that up. Whatever. So, do you see, as far as your collection, do you see a stopping point? Like, will you be satisfied with the collection ever? Like, because there's no, people always say, like third party is always like a placeholder or something like that. What people will say, I have my Mirage now, like, and then I got that, Transformer Element Mirage coming out. We've been talking about on Sharecast, like, so, they're just going to keep on, improving with that. So, are you going to fall into that? Are you going to be be satisfied with what you have, or are you just going to keep on getting something newer?
To be honest, there's been many times I've been like, for example, one character I got a lot of incarnations of is Thundercracker. So I had the Hasbro MP that hit Toys R Us's and stuff like that, and then I have the whatchamacallit. I bought the Maki Toys version.
Okay, yeah,
and then. I'm like, oh, okay, these are, so I sold like the Hasbro one and I kept the Maki Toys. I still have that. And then it's like, well, I want like a good Voyager class, Thundercracker. So I got the iGear Raptor set. Remember when those came out?
Yep.
I had him for years and I sold him off. And then it's like, Siege came out, like, oh, well, that's a nice Thundercracker. I'll take that,
Yeah.
And then because of my baby brother Bobby and Robert, I'm like, you know what? I need a good Legends Thundercracker. Not that garbage one Hasbro made, which I really love and I still have, but I need a better one with like interchangeable hands and shit. So so I really don't see a stopping point. I see me swapping them shits out, but I don't see myself going, this is it, we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
Very nice.
Yeah, rest in peace, Toys R Us.
Yeah, I just, like I always say, this is going to be like, Hound. That's going to be my Hound and everything. But, if something comes along, they'll probably, Takara and Hasbro will make another one just to put out and then make it a little better. And it's like, oh, come on now. But
yep. It's the same thing like the Siege Hound. That's my like definitive. Like, I'm not a big fan of the character, but like that's my favorite incarnation of Hound, right? Like, I think it's fucking nice. And then I made that silly little video, the Transformers Murder Mystery, and then like today I'm just scrolling through the Chosen Prime. I'm like, oh man, that Iron Factory Optics is on sale.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
it's a nice.
That's gonna be my Hound. Oh, I just need $30. Okay, it's on, man.
So who is your favorite character, and why is he or she your favorite character?
Man, I can't honestly answer that because the shit bounces so much. Like one day, like I'll always be a Megatron fanboy, but I mean, like one day it's like, oh, Thundercracker's my guy, yeah, Thundercracker, and then it's like
Wheelie the next day or something.
Yeah, it's like Wheelie, or it'll be like this month it's Drift for some reason, and it's been Drift before, but it's like, oh man, like this Flame Toys model Drift, Drift kit is freaking phenomenal. It's great. Oh man. Oh yeah. Hey, here's the classics I shoved into my closet, in a box for storage. I'm gonna take this out too. Oh, look at that. There's two of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I got the movie Drift that turns into a helicopter. Oh, that's pretty good too. And then I'm pretty sure like 2 weeks down the road, I'll be like, who's pretty badass?
Yeah.
Fucking Wild Rider. Yeah, how many Wild Riders have we got out? Yeah, it's gonna be like a whole big mess again.
Double Dealer. That's my favorite now.
Yeah, he's always been my favorite since I was a kid.
He's been a day one. I don't care what you say. I don't care. Double Dealer. Cool. Very cool. All right. So, what keeps your interest, or will keep your interest to collecting action figures? Like what has always kept you in the game? You've always held on to that.
Innovation, like just like the way they're doing things. There was a while where excuse me, there was a while there where it's like I want to say when it was right after Prime, Transformers Prime, the TV show, and they were doing the RID, and then they released their Optimus Prime, and I was like, oh god, this is absolute freaking garbage. Like they felt cheap for that entire line. I know some people liked it, and that's fine, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. And then Siege came out, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give this one a try. I picked them up, and I'm like, oh wow, this is like so much better. I'm not seeing hollowed out bits. Like I wasn't a fan of the Titans Return Optimus Prime, like that G2 version. It just didn't do it for me. Like he wasn't a triple changer. He was just a long nose like Kenworth, freaking like that was absolute garbage. The Combiner Wars, Jesus Christ. Yeah. That thing like made me not like it at all. Then in comes Siege. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good. And then it's like, well, you know what? Again, like the Flame Toys model kit. I really enjoy that version of Prime more than anything. And so I ended up getting rid of the Siege, and then now it's like this Earthrise set's coming out. It's like, oh man, that's like a really cleaned up, like official release. Optimus Prime, that looks really good, and so now like I'm considering if I ever see it out in a while, will I pick it up? I don't know. Like my main thing now is, of course, like this week it's Drift. I'm pretty sure next week I'll be fiending to get my hands on a Siege Astro Train. Okay. Because it's like, oh man, I really love Astro Train, and then like his other like, and again it's all about innovation, right? Titans Return Astro Train was okay, right? But fine. This version of Astro Train really does look like a more G1, articulated version of his G1 version. So I want to pick that up.
Okay. So very nice. Cool. Very nice. So this is kind of a weird question, but not really weird, but what do you consider a grail piece? Do you have a grail piece? Because there's a lot of people say this, and like, my grail piece is, Titan Returns Wheelie. Like, but what do you consider a grail piece, and do you have a grail piece that you would love? I consider
a grail piece is something that once it's a grail piece for me is a lot like that old cliche, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It may be something you've been searching for a very long time, or it's just something that once you found out it was out, you really, really had to have it. Yeah. Like there's no argument. Like when you see it, you're gonna get it. If it's available, it's mine. Like, fuck you, it's mine. So like for me, I have one in my collection.
Throwing bows.
Yeah, throwing bows. Get out of the way, loser. like for me, it's, and I've surprised a few people that's asked me this, but for me, it's my Maki Toys Desprotron, their MP scale Megatron, because I don't know, I just feel really good about it. I can't seem to want to part with it. I picked that bitch out I picked that bitch out right when it came out, so I paid the full price. I didn't jump on that one. I think the Chosen Prime had them on sale for Black Friday for like $60. Yeah, which had me like, oh, you son of a bitch, But I was like, it is what it is. But that's a piece I'll probably never part with. Again, I just really enjoy it. I honestly never transformed it because I'm just a real big fan of his aesthetic in robot form. Yeah. Well, and I have the G1. If I want to fucking hold a Walter P38 that weighs a good amount, I could just mess around with the G1 with his die-cast half-ass,
Yeah. And spread eagle legs and everything, all that good stuff. Awesome. Very nice. Very cool. All right, cool. So, do you consider collectors hoarders?
Yeah. Yeah, but there's nothing to argue about it. You're a hoarder. Yeah. If you have a closet full of empty boxes you haven't thrown out.
Oh, that's me.
Because you're fucking hoarding, dude. The only difference is you don't shit and piss where you fucking keep everything. And your house probably doesn't smell like the inside of used underwear. So is there no cursing according to team?
Well, since the whole YouTube thing where get in trouble, I don't care anymore. No kids are watching my stuff anyway, so people can cuss if you want to.
Sincerest apologies, Team Man 978.
You've been dropping F-bombs left and right. So, but what do you think of this Sharecast? Come on now, asshole.
Oh my god, I've ruined everything. They're going to demonetize your channel.
So
because I said Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
So let's talk about your YouTube channel. So how long have you been doing the YouTube thing, and what got you into it?
I think it was like 07, 08 is when I first signed up for it. It was back when I was working nights as a beer man in a beer distribution game, obviously. And me and a coworker who I'm still friends with, he's on my Facebook, Tim, we were trying to, he was like, hey man, did you hear about these videos by this guy named Kimbo Slice? So I purposely made an account because it was free. I figured, what can it hurt? Yeah. And I made this account and freaking just so we could comment on the Kimbo Slice videos because we thought someone would reply back, So that was the only reason why. And then I got I got inspired to actually start doing stuff on there because I just saw an episode of Mad TV at the time.
Oh dang!
That's old, man. I'm 40, brother. But
I saw Mad.
I remember watching an episode of Mad TV, and I think they were making fun of Jackass, and and I was like, oh, dude, and for Halloween that year, I remember I went as like a redneck because I lived in Florida, so like I wore just a wife beater, mullet, and some aviators, and I didn't shave for like 3 weeks. So I had like nasty stubble, and I was like, whoa, yeah, free bird. So,
play the free bird. Oh, kind of froze up.
Camera. So I would borrow my friend Chris's video camera, record myself doing incredibly stupid things, self-teach myself how to import videos from a camera to a computer, and then edit them on Windows Movie Maker. Everyone starts with that back in those days. And then friggin' it just, I did a few things there. It kind of took off from there. Then one day I just wanted to, because I draw in my spare time, I was like, I want to do like a cartoon, but I ain't about to pay no $300 for no Flash animator program. That's stupid. So I ended up basically just doing a glorified slideshow that if I was to do that show now, it probably would not last the way, how everyone's super PC. But it was a show called A Moment with Kang, where a Chinese takeout store owner has to deal with a lot of American stereotypes.
Yeah.
So he dealt with the wankster, the kid who thinks he's a hardcore gangster, but he's not. He's just like, or I'm sugarcoating these stereotypes and not what they were called back in the day. The very promiscuous woman with numerous baby fathers, stuff like that. And then I bumped into a friend of mine named Nate who had a channel called Deadpool and Friends.
Oh.
We basically I commented on one of it. So I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so great! This is so funny!" And he's like, and he commented back, "Oh, I just saw your stuff. It's so great, so funny. We should like collab." And with my and with my stuff, Momo with Kang, I was a big, I still am a big fan of zombie movies. I did a series, I did the Night of the Dead trilogy, which is really poorly put together, but he did guest voice work on it. I did really bad drawings because I didn't put a lot of detail into it, and then hammered it out. And then he promoted through his videos and got me a lot of views and a lot of subs. And
nice.
From there, like I had no intention on ever doing like a Transformer review, even though if I did back then, it probably would have made me one of the first guys to do it, alongside of like freaking Sean Long and Bolt Matrix. But fast forward the clock, man. I freaking I started using Anime Studio. I started making Transformers Peacetime because a lot of fan series with Transformers was very very serious in tone. It's always like, "Oh, Megatron's at it again. We have to stop him." It's like, "Oh, Prime, I'll fight you till I die." And if it's not littered with a bunch of like overused quotes from the animated film, "One shall stand, one shall fall." It was. So I was like, I want to do something different. Like, what if like I made a comedy where like the Transformers date humans and they're at peace.
That's IDW, man. That's IDW.
Yeah, pretty much, right? So, I did all that stuff and it came out like freaking, I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing it, but then, and that's basically when we started doing like Shattered Cast and all that stuff together. And then, some stuff happened, unfortunately, and I actually fell off. And the last upload I did was like over a year ago. It was for like that god awful Famers Dinobot figure that they ripped off from like you remember that? Yeah. So and then as of recent, due to recent situations, I'm now in a position where I can start scheduling making stuff using Anime Studio again, which I have to reteach myself. When I started using it, it was all self-taught. So that's why like we're doing Ask World again, because I need to be able to brush up on my skills. And and then same thing with like the first time I ever literally played with my toys on camera and had fun with it, like I did with the Transformers Murder Mystery.
So you'll probably get back into the big dumb toy reviews.
I don't, man, dude, that was done as just a joke.
Oh, okay.
Like it really was. I mean,
funny,
the thing is, like, they kind of lose their luster after a while because I call it I don't call it, it's a Jim Cornette coined the phrase. It's like seeing two dogs fucking. Right? If you're driving to work Monday, you see two dogs fucking. You're like, "Holy shit, those two dogs are fucking!" Right? You drive Tuesday on your way to work, and those dogs are still going at it. And then Wednesday,
Friday, you're like,
you're like, "Oh, hey, yeah, man, they're still fucking." So it's only so many people can hear so much of like, "Oh yeah, bro, pills," and it gets to the point where like, unless I think throwing fecal matter at the figure I'm reviewing, it's going to be funny. Like, so unfortunately, I put that to rest because. Again, it's like you can only pretend to be a drunk frat boy for so long before people get tired of it.
You kind of grow up. It's cool. That's fine. Nice. All right. Good answer, man. So, do you have a figure? Do you have a go-to figure that you like to mess around with? Like when you just grab one and everything, you like to transform it back and forth. Do you have one of those?
I have two. One's for living room bullshit, and it's always going to be. That one is always. Is he on this shelf? Did I put him away? No. Okay, cool. It's a Masterpiece Star Saber. Okay. That's my living room, shoot around figure because I don't know what it is about it. Like I just dig it. And my other one is for when it's time to use the throne. It's Siege Springer. So. At the moment, that one always changes up for some reason. It's like, I'm going to put this down. It's like, oh, hey, look, it's my Masterpiece Blue Streak. Yeah, let's mess with him while we pinch a loaf.
Well, that means you mean business when you're on the throne if you're doing triple changer. So you're going to be there for a minute. It's not a simple G1 Blue Streak. Grab off of there and say, okay, that's easy. No, I'm going to be here for a minute.
Yeah, it's like I had tacos 3 hours ago. I'm coming back.
I mean business.
I better get 2 triple changers to make my life straight.
Awesome. Springer's a good one. I don't know what it is. Hasbro knows how to make a Springer, man. That generation Springer and their triple changer Springer. I guess they love some Springer. All right. So, what is your favorite type of animal? Or what is your favorite? Hedgehog.
No, it's not a hedgehog. Just like it happened to me twice back in my days as ironically as a garbage man. I saw like a bear.
Oh.
Right. And the first time was like, we saw it was driving away from us. It was running away from us because we were in the garbage truck.
The bear driving.
The second time was when we stopped. It was in this town called Lisbon, which is like literally in the middle of nowhere. I never heard of it till I worked as a garbage man.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, we pull up to this back road, this dirt road. We call it a community stop because it's a dirt road. Everyone on the dirt road puts all their trash in a corner. And then freaking, I'm chucking out all these cans. And next thing I know, like, I'm just hearing, brrr. I look behind me and there's this big freaking brown blob just, and I was like, oh God, that's a bear. So like I jump back in the truck and my partner's like, what the hell are you doing? Get back out there. And I'm like, dude, there's a bear. He looks in the mirror. He's like, oh wow, look at that. He's like, yeah, just hang out here for a moment.
You go out there.
Yeah, and it's like it's funny because like the people out there, they have like all these like bungee cords strapping down their garbage cans. They're like, yeah, it's to keep the animals out. I'm like, well, if that animal is a 700-pound grizzly bear, it's going to get into it whether it wants to or not. Yeah. So it's just seeing this bear knock over the garbage can, paw the freaking can, the straps go flying off and shit. It's fucking hilarious. And we're like, yeah, we could just come back to this stop.
We're good. We'll come back next week.
Yeah. So it's like, and they have a zoo here in Ocala. I still haven't gone to, but it's like they have a bear there. And I don't know. It's just something about like watching like these documentaries on like North American bears and, push comes to shove, if they haven't eaten in a while and they're with their cub, they're going to eat that baby. And it's like they're really like just
savage. Well, that's just that's the animal world, animal kingdom. Anyways, they'll if they're hungry, they ain't gonna shy about it. Cool, that's awesome. So, well, I know you love you're a dog, you're a dog lover and everything, just like me and everything. So you have some dogs, and does your wife still do the like a horses and stuff, or the dog shows or something, horse show? Yeah,
she does horse grooming. Yeah.
Okay, cool, very cool. Has she ever brought one home just because she loved it?
A horse?
Yeah.
She used to own one when we dated. Till she basically brought her own attention. She's like, this thing's costing me more than I make. I'm like, yeah, that's not sell it. No, she does a lot of. She still does that. It's if you do a thing you love, you're not. If you work doing a thing you love, you're not really working type of situation for her. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is cool.
She's got a big clientele too, so I mean, it's pretty good money this time of year. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's good. All right. So, do you have a favorite childhood memory of playing with an action figure? Any action figure itself? As a child, do you remember that playing war?
Can you rephrase that because like you froze because my internet's absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Do you have
gone again? This is great.
Is it really? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay, cool. Favorite childhood memory of playing with an action figure as a child or whatever, or as an adult, whatever. You have a memory of just playing with your toys.
I have two that came to mind. Like when I was a kid and my dad first got me Devastator, the Orange Constructicon set, right?
Okay, yeah.
His thing was all about like, more value, more bang for your buck. So he's like, do I pay $30 for this freaking stupid truck, or do I pay like $45 for like these 6 little guys that merge into a big guy? And
I
remember him giving it to me, and it was just one of those moments where like you get the gift and you're like, shit. Then messing with them and then seeing, oh my God, this guy's huge and this is great. They can fight each other. And second memory would have to be, in regards to playing with toys, is when my nephew Sebastian was 3 and I got like a shipment in from Big Bad Toy Store. And he had like those rescue bot figures. Right. And I take out all the boxes and he's like, he just took his rescue bot figure and he just starts banging the box, but I'm not a box guy, so he's like literally destroying this freaking box, going, transform, So it's one of my favorite moments with the kids. So
That's cool. That's awesome. So I mean, so you kind of pass on the torch or whatever. Does he still collect? I mean, I know he's not 3 anymore. So does he still collect?
He's 8. Does he collect Transformers? No, he's a big Star Wars fan, which I'm worried about. But,
he's on the dark side. Come on now.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be quiet. Like if I take him and his baby brother out to eat, and they'll be eating, and then I know where you'll just hear him go. Set your feelings, Uncle Oscar. Know it to be true.
That is awesome, but that's still awesome, though. I mean, he's still, they're. It's hard, kids, don't, collect toys a lot today, nowadays. It's all about the video games and the iPads and all that stuff. It's hard to find. I don't see a lot. Even when I'm going down, the toy aisle, I don't see a bunch of kids anymore. I see here once in a while, but it's a good minute, to see a kid, actually interested in toys.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still cool that, he's still keeping the, flame alive or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That's
cool. All right. So, if you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself from 10 years ago? What would you about as far as collecting? Would you tell yourself, don't do this, don't go down that path? What would you tell yourself 10 years? A 10-year self, a age 30 guy. What would you tell yourself if you could go back?
I would sit there and say, no, don't you pay $70 for that Starscream on eBay. Because give them a couple of years, they'll be going for 20.
Yeah.
That'd be one thing, because that was one of the most expensive purchases I ever made. Was like I really wanted it was a Skywarp. I bought a Skywarp. A classic Skywarp. Remember they came with a 2-pack with Ultra Magnus?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the classics, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was like $70 shipped on eBay. I was like, oh, buy it now, And I probably would stop myself and be like, no, dude, just wait it out. Patience is his own reward.
There'll be a knockoff or something like that. I don't know. Yeah,
don't go to kotoys.com. It's no good. No bueno.
What's it? What is it? Not Siri. What's the knockoff? Starts with the S. There's a website. I forgot the name of it. Oh well, somebody else won everything. Why there are 2 dislikes? Oh, somebody already put 2 thumbs down on this thing. Oh, that's not nice. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So, I'm out of questions. So that's cool. So, I'm going to put everybody. I want y'all to do this. Go do me a favor. Go to his website. I put it in the description. Go to his YouTube channel and definitely subscribe to this guy because he's wonderful, very talented artist. He's helped me. Actually, you're the one that got me in the game. You helped me, as far as editing, my videos and all that stuff. And
you really remember that? It just seemed like yesterday. It was like 2 a.m. I'm like, okay, Matthew, look at my screen. You're gonna click this spot here.
What do I gotta
do? Now you want to blend them together. That's gonna give you a nice fade in. There you are. You are YouTuber ready.
I'm ready. Yeah. Oh, Sir Toys. That's what it is. Yeah. Thank you, Antoine.
Oh, wait, is that the Collector 75? Like the guy from across the pond there in England?
Yep.
Are you fucking shitting me?
I know. I'm big time, man.
Oh my god, I love you, dude. Look, I think that's the guy that had like this huge ass Bruticus. He reviewed one time years ago. Oh my god!
Yeah, he's been around for a minute. I had him on. I've had him on before, around 30. It's a long time, a while back last year. But yeah, he's a good dude. He's really good dude.
What's his name? Graham.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking love you, Graham. I'm a big fan from like back in the day. You handsome devil.
I think he's been around. I don't know if he was one of the originals. He may have been like with P.O.
I mean, he was the one I watched a lot. Besides Bolt Matrix.
Hey, Collector, was you around when P.O. got started and Bolt Matrix you said was around? Sean Long was, he's been around for a minute.
Hey, let's be real. They probably got him coffee. Okay. Yeah. P.O. got the Collector 75 coffee and rubbed his feet. He was like, is that good for you? He's like, yeah, it's bloody great. Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, if you have a chance, go back. It was last year when I had him on, but that was a fun time. Chevelle? Oh, that's Mr. Love.
I know, Mr. Sean Love himself.
Yeah, he's supposed to be sending me some Flames toy stuff, some little model kits to take a picture, but he still won't send them to me. So whatever, that's fine. Cool. All right. So tell everybody where they can find you. Like I said, I have your YouTube channel on my thing. Y'all definitely go check out his stuff, man. It's really good. But where else can they find you and all that stuff?
You guys can find me, of course, on Shattercast Uncut. New episode up every Friday. It's up on iTunes and Podbean. Make sure to leave us a 5-star, a very positive review on one or the other. We always appreciate that. And then also you can catch me on Oscarnjboy, OSCARNJBOY. And the reason behind the screen name is New Jersey. And this girl I was dating at the time when I made the YouTube video kept calling me her boy. So, I was just like, fuck it. I rolled with it. I don't care, man. Yeah. And and currently I'm actually making season 2 of Ask World priority right now. I've been kind of waking up at 4:30 in the morning on purpose to get an hour in to do some stuff to it. And then of course after that I'm going to be working on, because I got really excited because my Transformer murder mystery hit 100 views. Nice. So I was like, yay. And whatchamacallit, wow, Sean Long, not heard of him in years. That's why I love you, Graham. You handsome devil. You don't understand, Graham. I'm a fan, dude. All right?
That's awesome.
When you review toys on that glass coffee table for a while, that's how you know I'm OG. But so yeah, I'm gonna do Transformers Murder Mystery too, and I'm also working on my own how did I phrase it? I wrote it in a pitch. I'm not pulling that file up now, but I'm working on my own. I'm basically going to be doing A Moment with Kang again, like the whole zombie trilogy. I'm going to be reaching out to my friend Nate from Deadpool and Friends. Okay. But yeah, that's basically it.
Awesome. Well, man, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule as always.
It's my pleasure. You handsome ball of love, you.
Oh, thank you.
Got a beard so damn manly. Every time you look at a log, it just splits in half on refresh.
I have to shave it off, man. I'm gonna shave it off. I think it's bothering the hell out of me, but we'll see.
Okay. Hey.
So yeah, I'm back. Doing this thing. Hopefully, I can try to find some more people. I'm gonna get people that I had on a while back, and because I got new questions, kind of. All right.
That's my phone. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. But yeah, I'm going to start, doing these again because I really love doing it. Get to, meet new people. Well, not, get to introduce new people to everybody. And it just brings the, the collecting world a little closer to, instead of everybody being so far apart and everything. Get to know people and everything. So if you want to come on, definitely hit me up, slide in my DMs and say, hey, I want to be on, around 30.
Sounds so gross.
I know.
Every time I hear it, slide up in my DMs. It's like, ew, no.
No, that's gross.
Nah. Roll Tide, SB,
Roll Tide.
SLB, Vlog, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
But yeah. Love again to Collector 75. You mentioned the glass table. See, I'm an OG fan.
He said that's long gone, man.
I love you, Graham. You're awesome. I think he had a kid too. That kid's probably adorable because it's his.
I want to. I hope so. That's cool. But I want to say thank you so much for coming on. And like I said, everybody go hit that like button if you like this kind of thing. And I'm going to try to get people on, and if you've been on before, that's fine. We can get you back on because I got some whole new line of new questions. And we'll just have a good time and everything, get to know each other and just talk about Transformers and all that wonderful stuff. So like I said, thank you so much for coming on. And I guess I'll see everybody on the next around 30 minutes. And as always, be good to yourself. Hail Hasbro, and good night, folks.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Then you got to do the in broadcast thing.